Bringing home the bacon. That's right. This week we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of me writing an article about a game that you may or may not have played or care about, I'm going to do a video about a game that you may or may not have played or care about. This week I'm going to do some Minecraft. I'm not going to do like a straight let's play through the beginning to the end or anything like that. Just going to showcase some features. I can do a let's play if somebody absolutely desires it. Next week I'm going to do the same thing for Terraria. Just kind of showcase the difference between the two games. A lot of people, myself included, have been stating that Terraria is basically just a 2D clone of Minecraft, and it really isn't. As O'Shea has mentioned numerous times, it's a little bit Minecraft and a little bit like those side-scrolling, like the Castlevania games for like the PlayStation, like Symphony of the Night or Area of Sorrow for the Game Boy Advance. So I'm just going to dive right in. Going to create a new world. This will be power-ups not included puny here. The world is randomly generated every time you start a new game, so I have no idea what I'm going to get. Hopefully not snow, but who knows. So while the game is loading here, just let me remind you that this game, though it's not all that attractive looking, does hog memory like crazy, and so does Fraps. So I have had to turn the graphics down just a bit, and it is going to be a bit choppy at times. I apologize, my Terraria video will not be this way, but you know, you do what you got to do for the sake of recording. So anyways, I've started off kind of next to a pool here, and there's some trees. The most important thing you absolutely need to have for just about everything that you do is wood. So with my bare hands here, I am going to cut down a tree. I have yet to figure out how that works, but yeah, so that's the first thing we're going to do here. I'm going to get a little lag there. Like I said, I apologize. Not recording the audio after the fact. I will for Terraria because I'm actually going to do kind of clips for that one. But so the first thing you're going to need to do is get a decent amount of wood. If you ever wondered what the world would be like if it were made out of Lego blocks and if you could just take it apart and put it back together, Minecraft is the game for you. Right now it's in beta, and if you pay for it right now in beta, you get the full version of the game when it comes out. Right now there isn't really like a real objective to the game. You just kind of build. You can play online and build stuff collaboratively with people, or you can just play solo and build stuff by yourself. 1.8, the next major update, is supposed to add adventure elements, like RPG type elements and such. You can already make swords and equipment and such in this game to defend yourself, because at night creatures do come out, and they will come out in my game. I'm going to skip some of the night stuff because, unlike in Terraria, making torches in this game is incredibly hard. So for the first couple game nights, it's going to be very dark, and I'm not going to subject you to a pitch black screen of just me talking. So, anyways, I'm going to skip ahead to probably the next game day when I've made my home, and like I said, going to need a lot of wood for it. And so I'm just going to kind of fade out here for a moment, and when I come back, you will see different things. Alright, now just like the old Three Pigs of Legend, you can pretty much build your house out of damn near anything. In this case, I'm choosing to use earth or gravel that I just dug up from this area here, mostly so I can showcase the wood later on. Like I said, I don't want to wait till the second day before I would get really complicated, because it is going to get dark here soon. But basically, you left-click to dig something up or remove a block, and you right-click to place a block. So you're going to hear a lot of clicking on my end. I apologize, I have a kind of a loud mouse. Here you're going to notice one of Minecraft's biggest weaknesses. Yes, I know the graphics are probably a turn-off for a lot of people, but really honestly, when you stop to think about everything in the shape of Lego blocks, it becomes a little bit more, makes a little more sense. But you're going to notice that it's going to get awful dark really fast. Part of it is because the sun is going down, and part of it is because I am blocking off the light. And yes, the light shafts do follow normal rules, and if you put something overhead, it will become very dark. In this case, it's mostly just because the sun has gone down, or is in the process of doing so. And I'm actually going to leave the camera on here. I'm going to leave the video recording for a moment just so you can see just how terrible. And this is like the biggest drawback. Please don't let this dissuade you from purchasing this game if you're thinking about it. It is a drawback, I'm sure, before the game goes live. Like I said, it is still in beta. Before the game goes live, I'm certain they're going to do something to address this, because coal is almost an impossibility to find within your first couple of game days. And I've got it on peaceful for right now because I don't want to get my face gobbled off on the camera here. But like I said, it's probably going to get extremely dark. You're probably looking at a blank screen at this point in time, going, what the hell, Val? I can't watch this. Rest assured, I am building something. And I'm going to wait until the sun comes back up, and I'll finish off, and I'll let you see, the drastic difference the difference between night and day can be. You'll see the sun's still up over there. It's still moving, as it goes down behind the horizon. The world suddenly becomes very dark. For this, like I said, recording, I do have monsters turned off for the first night, because they will destroy me and everything that I've built. So until I get torches and weapons and things to defend myself, I am going to keep the monsters turned off. Yes, that's kind of like the coward's way out, but for the purposes, this is not a real playthrough that I'm doing, so for the purposes of just this video review, monsters are off currently, but I will be turning them on. So join me again in just a few moments here when night becomes day, just like that. And voila, now it is daytime. The magic of film, ladies and gentlemen. So, I've built a little staircase leading up to my roof here. And you may be asking, why did I build my house out of dirt? Well, mostly because, by the way, I apologize for the earlier music being a little loud. I didn't realize it until I went back and listened. Mostly I built the house out of dirt, simply because A, it's easier to come by than wood, and we need the wood for other things in a moment here. And, what things, you may ask? Well, in order to mine, the very basis of Minecraft, you need tools. And tools require a lot of wood to get started. You need a pick to mine with. So basically the way you make equipment is you have to draw. So, I've got some sticks here. Well, how do I make sticks? Well, you take these wooden planks. You start with the wood that I harvested with my bare hand. And you break that down into wooden planks. And by clicking furiously. And once you have wooden planks, then you can start breaking that down into other objects as well. So if I want a stick, I draw a picture of a stick and wood on top of each other. So then I've got sticks. If I want a shovel, you see I made a shovel in the middle of the night. I was digging a moat around my castle, or my little home, with a wooden shovel. But if I want a shovel, I put 2 sticks and a piece of wood here, and I get a shovel here. If I want a pick, which I need several of, I would just draw 3 across and make myself some wooden picks. So, and picks are necessary to harvest rock or ore of any kind. You cannot harvest ore with your bare hands as you could the wood. So, if you want to build an axe, that's a hoe rather, sorry. An axe is 3 on the side, and you get a little wooden axe. And then you can build a hoe if you want. I haven't really gotten into the whole gardening thing, so I'm not really sure what the hoe is good for. I know you can cook in this game, so I'm stocking up on pickaxes because these things break easily, and I need to go looking for coal so I can make torches for some nighttime footage. So I'm going to skip ahead until I find some ore. The house, like I said, there's a little wolf there, and yes, you can kill them. You can also make them your pets if you have a collar on you. But you'll see the drastic difference between a roof and not having a roof. So I'll be back when I find some stone. Okay, well, with a little bit of exploring and a lot of digging, I was able to locate some stone, which is the next step up in terms of production materials. It builds better, pickaxes, and like I said, it's more durable than wood. though if a creeper, which is something I may show in a later video, I hope I don't encounter any here, but if a creeper blows up next to your structures, I don't think it matters what they're made out of. So anyways, I'm basically at this point in time just digging for coal to get torches so that I can see my way underground, because otherwise if you don't, then you have to build mine shafts up to let sunlight in. It can be a bit of a hassle and kind of annoying, and like I said, light is probably this game's biggest downfall. The other is, of course, currently the lack of any real objectives, but that's actually an appeal for a lot of people. If you're just looking to have a little bit of fun and be creative, this is this is the best game for you. If you like playing with Legos, and you just like the freedom to maybe take something, a building or a monument, and make a 3D rendition of it, you can do that. People have been doing it for months online. You can pretty much find renditions of just about anything that you can think of. But it's nice to make your own rendition of something. I've seen people make mini golf courses, Call of Duty maps in 3D. That one's for you, Fried Rice and Roni, if you're watching this. Yes, I have seen 3D renditions of Call of Duty maps made in this game. So, and you may ask yourself, well, Val, is this it? Is this really all the game? Is just this? Yes, for now. Digging, building, upgrading, that's pretty much the extent of the game. And for me, it's enough. Now, again, if you're more looking for objectives and things like that, maybe a little bit of RPG elements, come 1.8, there will be NPC towns, and you'll have objectives and things like that to get the world to be more alive. I mean, there are creatures, there are animals, things that I mean, you may have seen in passing while I've been recording, but that I haven't actually explicitly pointed out. I know there's a sheep over there, kind of off in the distance. Do a little swimming to get over there. But I am going to showcase off just something at the end of this video here that I created. If you're interested in seeing just something that my imagination came up with. Bad chicken. Oh, video locking up again. Sorry. Anyways, chickens randomly lay eggs, and you can eat them and cook with them and whatnot. Sheep will drop wool. You don't have to kill them for it. I like to kill them because they're sheep and they deserve to die. So, anyways, like I said, this is Minecraft. I'm not going to go too much more into detail about it. You've pretty much seen all you need to know. It's just as you dig further down, the kind of stone and ore that you find is different. You can make better equipment. You can make swords and shields and things like, well, not shields, but swords and bows and arrows and things of that nature. The different blocks look differently, by the way, when you place them down. I was trying to build a moat. You need a bucket to fill the moat, though. The water only runs so far. And I don't have the material to make that yet. But, I mean, a stone block looks different than an earth block. When placed on the ground, it looks a bit nicer than... Oh, it's about to get nighttime here. So what I'm going to do here is... and this is what stone blocks look like. So, and different blocks as you dig further down will look differently. And you can build, like I said, structures as you want them to look. I'm just going to go ahead and skip through. Like I said, I just wanted to showcase some of the stuff of Minecraft so that when I do my Terraria video next week, it makes a little bit more sense. You see what we're talking about. I'm hoping to get a little bit of help from O'Shea in terms of, showcasing some of the multiplayer for Terraria. It's going to be a busy week of recording footage. The Terraria video is going to be explicitly longer, but with less talking, thankfully. So, anyways, this has been Minecraft. And I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut to a bit more of a finished production in my other game. You probably saw it when I loaded up my castle. It's still a work in progress, but you can just see, again, you're only limited by what your imagination can come up with. So I hope you've enjoyed, and the next thing you'll be seeing is just a little walkthrough of my castle. Knock, knock. Is anybody home? Well, sadly, no. This is a single-player game. I'm not playing online, so the only person who lives here is me, and I'm obviously not home. I'm outside. So, this is kind of my work in progress. I've been working on it for a while. I'm outside of it right now. There's my little hot tub. Got the flames to keep it warm, but mostly because when I randomly generate my world, I started in a snow world, and as you can see, water is frozen here. So if I didn't have these torches here, warming the water, it would freeze over, and there wouldn't be much of a hot tub. So there's an indoor to the castle. I'll get to it in a moment here. Over here is something I've been working on. It's, like I said, another work in progress. It's kind of like a sky bridge. It's going to go from the second floor of my castle. It's going to extend there. There's going to be a guard tower that's going to kind of float there. And then it's going to extend off to that mountain range off in the distance. I've already set up the exact level where it's going to enter a cave that I've built over there. So like I said, something I've been working on. You can make glass in this game. You need to take sand and put it in a furnace, and so you can make windows. I've had to build the castle wall pretty high so that, the quote-unquote intruders, not that there really are any, but can't get in. I like the, fictional story in my mind. So we're going to go inside. We're going to close the door behind us because we were not born in a barn, but our castle can be like one because animals will spawn anywhere where there are torches, and there are a lot of torches inside my castle. So, and that's because, again, it gets dark. So there's pigs and chickens and whatnot. You might see an occasional egg. This is the first bedroom I started to build. And glass is one of the only blocks that you can't take away and put back. Like, I can break out this wall here and, put it back. It's not a big deal. But if you take out glass, it breaks. So once you put glass in, it's pretty much permanent unless you've got extra. This pig is asking for it. I mentioned swords earlier in the video. This is an iron sword, and it's good for making ham. So if you're hungry, pull out a sword and chop up some pigs. You will see snow here because, as I said, I did have the unfortunate luck of being generated in the snow world, and every night it snows over, and the top floor of my castle, which is stone, gets covered in snow. You can make snowballs if you have a shovel to dig it up with. Once I build another floor on top of this one, like the roof, this won't be an issue. Like you'll see down here where there's a roof overhead, there's no snow. That's the reason why. I built a glass floor because every castle needs a glass floor, and it overlooks some kind of monstrous labyrinthian tunnel of confusion, which is actually what this castle is made out of. When I first started this castle, I started out on a beach out there, and I set up a little base camp here. You can sleep to turn night into day, and I just started digging down. And as I started to dig down and down, I used all that stone to build the castle you saw up above, and I had this big hole in the middle of the floor. I was like, well, what the hell am I going to do with that? So I put a glass floor over top of it, and now it is an attraction. So we have dungeon to the right, we have dungeon to the left, and I don't know if you can see it, but confusion in both directions. I did not really have a plan when I started digging. I just started digging. So you can go down pretty far, and I haven't really explored all. I built an exit tunnel if I ever get lost, but I have not explored too terribly deep. And I know you might be watching this and going, that looks pretty deep to me. The game world can go very, very deep. So as you'll see, I'm a little bit lost, but I have torches kind of pointing me in the right direction. You'll see arrows and things of that nature. Over here is actually like the last area that I was in. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to kind of leave it silent for a bit, and you can see just how deep the rabbit hole goes. and this is as far as I've gotten thus far in my current build. So, anyways, this is Minecraft. If you've been thinking about picking it up, um, you know, I would recommend it. It's a lot more fun to play than it is to watch. Even if it doesn't look like fun to watch, it's I mean, really, once you get into it and start letting your imagination run wild, it's yeah, it can take up quite a lot of time. Um, so, like I said, I'm just going to end it here. And if you've enjoyed it, let me know. I know I talked too much. I apologize. I just don't. This game does not really welcome total silence. So I hope you enjoyed my little tour of the castle and a look at what Minecraft has to offer. And like I said, next week Terraria will be up. Going to show off single player and multiplayer aspects of that game. So enjoy and have a good week.